Today I'm going to share with you one thing that I see retailers, product-based businesses missing the boat on. There's so many things that you guys do so well, but I want to tell you the one thing that I see happening consistently that once you overcome that really leads to success. My name is Staci Millard. I am a profit strategist and a business coach, and I spent 15 years helping small businesses, and I got to see the behind the scenes of what worked and what didn't beyond what was flashy in social media. And coming from a numbers background, I can tell you that there is one thing that I've really seen push businesses over that level of success, over that hump of hard work to get to where they really want to be. And I can't wait to share it with you. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so that you stay up to date on all of the videos I release pouring into your small business so that you can have the success that you're looking for. Let's dive in. I want to start with what online retailers do really well. Okay, so there's two things that really stand out to me. One, you guys actually look at revenue. You really know where revenue's at, how many sales you have, and you're tracking those numbers. And you know what? Kudos to you. Good job, because a lot of people try to shy away from their numbers altogether. You guys do this well. The other thing that you do super well that service-based businesses don't maybe do quite the same is you understand the cost of your product. So in the retail world, it's very common to have a certain markup on your product, and you guys do that so well. You understand that if this costs you this much, then you're gonna sell it for maybe twice as much. That's a pretty common markup in the retail world. And you think that that extra amount of money, that profit, that gross profit off of each product that you sell is gonna cover your expenses. And now I'm gonna share with you where you fall short. The gross profit, that amount of money that you're estimating having left over between what you sell the product for and what it cost you, is often not what you thought it would be. And here's the thing. A lot of retailers are looking at it in a way that, like, I see I paid $10 for this t-shirt and I'm gonna sell it for $20. But when you're not looking at your full financial statements and when you're not seeing the big picture of what happens in your business, it's really hard to have perspective on what those costs going into things are. Sometimes we're forgetting to include things like shipping or the time to then repackage orders and ship them out. We're forgetting things like the shipping cost to the customer, or the wages, whether it's for ourselves or an employee, to go ahead and package it. Maybe the amount of time that it takes for us to make a product. Let's use a candle maker for an example. You've got jars and wicks and wax, and that's easy to calculate. But what about the amount of time that you would take to make that candle? See, it's important to understand all of the input costs, because if we're not working for our business, we have an opportunity to be working somewhere else. Even if it's minimum wage, we could work somewhere else and have an income. So we should be looking at how much effort we put into that product to be able to make it to sell. The financial statements, when you look at them, that really helps provide some information. Another way that that gross profit can be affected is that when you're looking at it just from a way of like, oh, the t-shirt cost me $10 and I'm gonna sell it for $20, we're forgetting that we have discounts through the year, and we have promotions, and we give product away for advertising. And when we do all that, we're actually decreasing what's left over. You would not believe the number of times that I worked with retailers who are like, I'm having the best year, sales are rocking. And they forget that all of the different discounts that they're offering are really diluting how much money's left over. And they get to the end of the year, they're like, that's all I made? And it happens so often. It's sort of like in the fitness world, how we always underestimate how many calories we ate and overestimate how many calories we burn through exercise. It's the same in retail, where we're underestimating the number of discounts that we've given and overestimating how much profit we have left over. So if you really want to understand that, that is where it's time to start diving into your financial statements. Look at what your gross profit sits at the end of the year. What is your revenue less the cost of that product? And if you've included everything right, that's the percentage that you're really looking at going, oh, Maybe I didn't get 50% because I priced my product in a way that, yeah, I should have 50, but by the time I take in discounts and all these other things, I'm not left with that. That gives you the ability to start adjusting your business model. You can look at things like, are you charging enough for your product? Do you need to source products that cost you, or inputs that cost you less, right? If you're, the candle maker, do you find jars and wax and wicks that cost you less? Do you focus on a different product line, right? Which products within your suite are doing well and which ones aren't? You have so much ability to really 10x your success when you stop running from the numbers, stop putting them on the back burner. These are something that you need to look at as a number one. They absolutely are so important to dive deeper beyond just revenue and really understand what's working and what's not. Because once you look and you know what you're up against, what you know is like, this is working and this isn't, then you have so much ability to adjust and adapt and increase that success and amplify it. But you have to be able to look and see what's happening first. So here's a takeaway from this video. The one thing that you need to do and put on your list for once a month, once your accounting is done, is to look at what your gross profit was from the last month. Was it what you thought it was? Yes or no? What needs to change? And what's working well? Okay? First of all, look at it from a company level. Is your business where you want it to be? And then you can also look at it from a product level. What's working and what's not? And if you need any further assistance, I'm here, I'm your girl. I spent so many years as a CPA. This is my jam. Shoot me a DM. I would love, though, for you to put in the comments exactly what you took away and what was your win from this video. And of course, go ahead and subscribe. You can stay up to date on all of the videos that I release pouring into your small business, helping you find that success you're looking for.